In certain industries, having a first-line response is mandated by regulations. But even if it is not required, any business would benefit from having at least a basic first-line response. The first-line responder may be a security person or other trained employee who acts as a pathfinder, or person who interfaces with arriving public sector emergency units and guides them to the incident location. The first-line responder should act as a liaison between the incident management team and the public sector. A large organization may have an IMT at each of its major operational sites, including those located in foreign countries. The Corporate Crisis Management Team, or CMT, is typically found at the organizational headquarters, where senior executives are generally stationed. The CMT will be covered in more detail later in the presentation. The details of these critical incident management activities are covered in subsequent slides. The important thing to remember is the cycling process of managing these activities. During the assessment of new information, the response activities may have to change to meet the current situation. A staff person assigned to the command center should be given the responsibility of logging this sort of information as it is gathered in order to keep a written chronological account of the events as they transpire. Test mobilization should be conducted during off-duty hours, and when conducting a test mobilization, each IMT member and alternate should be asked to estimate their approximate time of arrival at the command center. This information provides a realistic time frame for actual IMT deployment and operations. The U.S. State Department's Overseas Security Advisory Council, more commonly known as OSAC, was created by President Ronald Reagan to protect American corporations and their personnel overseas. OSAC has published a number of guidelines on security issues and safety precautions for travel abroad and continues to assist business companies with relevant overseas matters.
Remember, in the initial stages, detailed and/or accurate information may be difficult to obtain. Priorities may have to be revised as new information becomes available. The need for clear communications is absolutely crucial during the containment phase of critical incident management. Communication provides various stakeholders with an understanding of the situation and the roles they play in resolving the critical incident. Ongoing assessment means just that. New information will continue to surface, and the response actions may have to be adjusted accordingly. The term command center often brings to mind a high-tech, tightly secured location which is staffed around the clock by trained personnel. While this is the case at some very large organizations, most businesses designate a normal conference room as a command center. The room should be one that can be quickly converted for IMT operations with adequate power outlets and ready access to computer equipment and relevant communication links. Sometimes referred to as a warm site, an alternate command center should be identified during the planning process. Even if sophisticated communications equipment is not available at the alternate command center, the IMT can still function by using cell phones, and the alternate site will provide a safe and comfortable environment in which to work. It should be located far enough from the primary site so any disruption at that location will not impact the alternate site. In most cases, the team leader would be the person of the highest rank at wherever the facility or site experiences the critical incident. However, this does not have to be the case. For example, if the ranking person travels a great deal, it would make sense to appoint someone who would be more likely to be present in the event of a critical incident. But in general, IMT members should be the top-level persons representing their respective business entities. However, the organizational structure and culture of your business may dictate different selection criteria.
It is important to understand that the role of the team leader of an IMT is to coordinate and guide the team in reaching their decisions. Some issues will take priority over others. This is the nature of critical incident management. Each member of the IMT brings their respective expertise to bear on the problem-solving process. As a team, they must work to prioritize and manage their available resources to bring the incident to the earliest possible conclusion. It would be unusual if all the IMT members were to be available at the time of a critical incident. Travel, vacations, and meetings away from the site are just a few of the reasons that a member might be absent when the IMT is mobilized. Selecting at least 2 alternates at each position significantly reduces the chance that a team position will be left unfilled when a critical incident occurs.